What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. I hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're all having a great day. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you guys enjoy the content. And leave a comment below on what you guys think about the video, what you guys think about the topics. And also, if you'd like to leave a suggestion below, on what topics you'd like to see in the future. Within reason, of course, and then we can cover it and we can talk about it in the comment section. I love having an open conversation about certain things or anything, basically, like I said, within reason. And then we can just leave the comment below and we can talk about the topic. I'll make a video and yeah, we can go back and forth, hear different people's opinions, that sort of thing. But listen, this is technically actually a follow-up video to my previous one, which was the massive change that YouTube is wanting to implement. You guys can go check it out on the top. There will be a box that will pop up somewhere. Yeah, I'll make sure to do that. You guys can go watch that. But if you haven't heard about it, it's like a huge YouTube change that they're wanting to do with AI, where they basically want to implement a system that will detect your age, like based on the content that you watch, and if they suspect that you are like a teen or like below 18, basically, so not an adult, they will restrict you. They'll put certain restrictions on your content that you are allowed to look at. And if you'd like to change that, or if you'd like to prove that you're an adult, you would have to go through certain submissions. I think it's going to be an ID submission. I don't know if there's going to be like a facial recognition where, oh, you can see I'm like an old person. I'm not an old person. I mean, I'm an adult. That's what I was trying to say. This is basically a follow-up to that video, where we're going to be talking about, are we really ready for this AI revolution that's about to take place in the world, basically? Now, AI has been a relatively new. It's now a more common knowledge around the world, but I would still say it's a relatively new concept, and there aren't many things that has been fully flushed out by AI yet. But I think we're well on our way to there, as you can see, like with this YouTube change that they're about to make, and what AI means in our life currently. How far are boundaries going to be pushed where AI is going to be implemented and will replace humans, human no, I would say workers, but the people that used to be operating that space is now replaced by AI. For example, like accountants, bank managing, like stuff around the banks, things like that, where money and calculation is concerned. Certain things like at YouTube, for example, where you just don't message a person anymore, you just message the YouTube AI, and they don't put you through to a consultant. The AI will help you. I don't know how far we are from that. And even like in the shops, like where the tellers are and the cashiers are there, will there be robots behind the counter where we just tap and the voice will come out the box? Certain things. If you watch any futuristic movie, you'll know exactly what type of things I'm thinking about. But I want to know, like, how far are we from that, and are we ready for our lives to change, and what kind of change AI is making in our lives? Like even with ChatGPT, for example, I was talking, I was at an event, and we were discussing, like in the group, about how AI, or ChatGPT specifically, has changed like the way schooling is done, or work is done, with the kids. Like back then, you'd like swap notes and you'd exchange certain things. Like if you need to finish your homework or you want to do something like that, then you have to rush through the homework and you have to message this person for the notes. But nowadays, like with the chat GPT, you can just like put the prompts in and it'll spit out something. And if you don't like the way it's done, then you can ask them to reword it, perhaps make it sound more on a ninth grade level or 10th grade level. And like the mountain or the peak for AI on how much it can grow and where it can be implemented, I think is endless. Like how far we can push this AI and implement it into any part of our lives. Like we've already got AI in the cars, like self-driving cars is definitely being pushed very strongly. And how far is that future from, maybe 10-20 years, where we've got self-driving Uber, self-driving cars. You can just hop in the car and let it take you somewhere. And there's already like AI, like lane assist. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. There's like a lane assist in the car that will basically keep you in the lane in certain vehicles, like high-end vehicles. That is a thing. Now, I don't know how much it will be pushed to a grand spectacle of like the Terminator type AIs. I don't know if that will ever be like a future where robots take over and all that. That's definitely on some people's cards. I will say people are preparing for the robot apocalypse, but I'm more focused on more of a practical sense in terms of where jobs is concerned, where our technology at home is concerned. And I know that a lot of people are welcome to AI and like are like, no, we should definitely do this. Like I know a lot of companies and a lot of people are doing like AI portfolios as well. Where you send in like a portfolio of yourself, and then the person that receives it can just ask the AI like, oh, so what does this person do? How long have they been in a certain field? And that's mind blowing. Like it feels like we're cutting down more and more on the human interaction factor. Like if you take shopping for example, back in the day, or even now, kind of. I'm not gonna say back in the day, that we're not that far in the future, where you go to a shop and you've got to spend the money. This is like, let's just take it before online shopping became a thing, and nowadays you can like do online shopping, and everything is digital. You can order this and then you can let it be shipped to your house and let it get dropped to your house. You don't need to go out. And I wonder like how AI will be implemented in there. That's more my questions on like how would they implement AI in there. Would they use a drone maybe to give us location and the drone drops it off automatically? They don't have to pay like a courier guy basically to go to the drops for you. And how would they assure that? Would they have like a check-in system with like the drone that flies in? I know Amazon is working on something big like that. That is more my questions in how are we ready for AI to change our lives, and how far are we from that? Because the year currently is 2025, and a lot of things that said would be happening in 2025, flying cars or whatever, I don't know if that's ever a future, to be honest. I mean, if you see how the driving goes on the roads, and we still want to give people like air license or something in the air with cars, I don't know how that's gonna work out, man. I just think it would be cool to have a flying car, but I don't think it's necessary, and like the future showed it in like in futuristic movies. That's gonna be all for this video, guys. This is like a more follow-up video on the previous one, just to talk about AI, openly some of my thoughts, like how they're going to implement it practically. But make sure you guys leave a comment below on what you guys think. How do you guys think AI will be faring in the next 10 to 20 years? How will it change? What places or what things will be affected by AI, mainly, in your opinion, do you think? But yeah, that's gonna be all for today's video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll catch you guys later. See you guys.